Data exchange using REST APIs. Acumatica provides integration services and web services so you can communicate with external systems. Integration services are easy to set up and are often used to exchange data using CSV or Excel files. These processes can be automated using file synchronization and a secure FTP site. Contract APIs, on the other hand, use web service endpoints. These APIs require some coding, but support real-time data transfer and allow you to upgrade, change screen design, and make other changes without impacting API connections you've already established. Acumatica also has SOAP APIs. These are screen-based and only are supported for legacy applications. Postman is a free app for testing API interfaces without any coding. Using Acumatica help, I created several REST API examples. Acumatica ships with several web service endpoints. The default endpoints contain most of what you need, but you can extend them to include custom fields, reports, and other objects which you want to connect to. Each command I create in Postman references one of these endpoints. Within Postman, I used variables, site, URL, username, and password, so that I can show the same collection of commands on different Acumatica sites. My first command logs me into Acumatica. Next, I can run a command to do something like create a sales order. I can immediately search Acumatica and find the record that was created. These are static examples which rely on objects in the sales demo data. If I change something, then I might get an error. Within my collection, I created several commands for various objects. Next, I'll show something more dynamic. For my next demo, I created a simple website. The website allows customers to create an account and request a sales quote. Data is dynamically created in Acumatica. To accomplish this, I use Codex to do the programming. More on that later. Here's the website that Codex created and linked to my Acumatica instance using our web APIs. I start by creating a contact and linking it to a business account. After communicating with Acumatica, the system tells me that the account does not exist, so I'm going to create it. I'll speed up the video while I fill in the form. Using REST APIs, the contact and business account are created in Acumatica, and the business account is automatically converted to a customer. I'll have to tell Codex to update the code to automatically set the primary contact. Next, I'll use the email address I just created to request a quote. Using APIs, the site can look up stock items that are available for purchase. After entering the quantity and the requested date, I'll add another item, and now I'll submit the request. The system verifies the email address and creates a sales order quote that can be reviewed and processed. As you can see, the process happens in a matter of seconds. Next, I'll provide information on how I set up the two demos. Postman is easy to set up. I had to play with the content a bit and reference Acumatica help to get commands working. Create a pre-sale support case if you want this collection of commands. I used Codex, an AI-based engine, to create a simple website. I told Codex the requirements and it did the rest. Created a website and built the API connections to Acumatica. The process was iterative. I started with a contact page. After viewing each draft site, I communicated changes with simple language. Had I planned a bit more in the beginning, the process would have been streamlined. When Codex created my site, it assumed I knew how to run Windows PowerShell and locate the directories where the items are located. This slide contains some simple help if you're not familiar with these tools. Codex creates a file with environmental information that you need to copy and update. There are two main things: information about your Acumatica site, including login, URL, and password, and the environmental variables to drive default behaviors. After updating the .env file, I followed the steps on this page to start the website the Codex created. The next 4 slides contain the prompts I used to create the website. This is not a masterpiece, but it shows the process of getting Codex to deliver. As you can see, there are still several enhancements that I need to make a more production-ready application. For more information about Acumatica, visit our website or contact an Acumatica partner.